Right, I am still feeling ill today, but feeling better today than I was yesterday. I even took the day off work yesterday because I was sick, and I don't normally do that for a cold. So, but because of the current environment, it's the right thing to do. But I did buy a Lego set today. I did actually buy all the other little Chinese shop fake Lego things today as well. So I have to complete all four, which I will do. But I thought I'll mix and match and put in some other things in between. But I got this today and I thought I'd do it quick, and it's only 4+, and like this is just one giant piece, so this is going to be real fast. So let's just do it. I just got this because I thought, well, why not? And that has a cool little shark in it that I haven't got before. The shop that I got this from, where I get my normal cheap Lego from, does have some reduced to clear things, but they're not quite cheap enough for me, and I'm hoping they're going to do the automatic price dropping over time. So I will hopefully get some cool sets at a later date for a cheaper price. But this one I paid normal price for because it was quite cheap. So let's open this up and see what we get. We get this giant. Look at this, it's giant. But I do actually, I've got lots of things to do. Lots of things to do. And again tonight I forgot to publish the silly videos that I've already uploaded. I'm better at uploading videos than I am at publishing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and publish all of the ones that are currently uploaded in one big go. Which I worry about, because I feel then, like, of the very few people who watch them, they're not going to watch them if you download them all or they publish them all at once. You have to like space it out, but it's just getting ridiculous. I've got like 10 videos behind at least, so that's not too good. So this person has a hat, which is a good sign. So their head's not too cold underwater. I have to say, looking at on the front, it's a bit weird because it's quite clearly not watertight. Like, I don't think this person's going to be very happy under the water. I think they're going to be having a very bad day. So, but that's right, there's a shark to look at. So the sets that I might get when they get cheap enough are friends sets, and they've got some exciting animals in them, including alpacas. Not alpacas, they're alpacas, that's right. I'm pretty sure they're alpacas and not llamas. Alpacas look like sheep with longer necks. I think that's how it goes. But I could be wrong. But if I ever get that set, I'll have a big discussion on that kind of thing. So this goes back together. Yeah, I always think it's kind of freaky, their little disjointed heads. So they always end up like this. But I mean, I'm just wondering if this is the same shark head as the standard shark, and all that changes is this thing. I mean, that must be the case, right? Why would they have an entirely separate body for the hammerhead one? But now I have a hammerhead shark, which is pretty cool. That's pretty much the most exciting part from the set. But the rest of it's okay. And you are supporting National Geographic something or other. National Geographic Explorers, which I don't really know anything about. Maybe it's in the end, hopefully at the end of this instructions, they'll give a little bit of information about what it is that I'm supporting by buying this, in a very small amount. I'm always very dubious of anything where you support something by buying something. It's like, well, I could just pay money, like more money directly, and that would be fine. Like, I'm not going to buy something just to support somebody. But, if they're going to, well, that's fine, that's good. So there you go, there's another one of these. I have to go to the Lego shop because they've got the Minions polybag back in stock. It's probably gone again. So I really wanted to get that because I can't see myself spending money on a Minion set unless they're really cheap. So I don't like spending money on too many things. Spend too much money as it is. But I would like to get a Minion, so that seems the best way to go. So now we have to put this. Also, the whole cockpit area seems very sparse. But I guess when you're 4 years old, you are more easily pleased than perhaps an older person might be. But I feel like they've got no control stick or anything. They're just sitting there. It's kind of like those little sphere things they have in Jurassic World. There's no real control. They're just being driven around underwater. with the hammerhead sharks. So next page, but they've got like, look at, they've got like a little, they're all strapped in and everything. I don't know if that actually makes any difference as to whether or not they can control it. So there we go, and there we go. So yeah, there are propellers at the back, and that was the only, that was the thing you can't really see on the front of the box. They don't really show off the propellers very much. I mean, you can kind of see that they're there, but on the back they don't really give you any back view of the, so they're not, the propellers aren't to me a big selling point, because, well, not, they are to me actually. Like when I looked at this and I'm like, I'm not going to buy this if there aren't propellers at the back. But I think the people who at Lego were like, nobody cares about the propellers, so we're not going to highlight them in any way. This is, how does this page 17? Gosh, like it doesn't feel like 17 pages have gone past. Now we're putting these bits on. So I actually thought, like, I felt like I had this yellow piece before in something, but I didn't realize it was quite as large as this one. So I do wonder if this piece is being used in any other set, or if it's just for this one-off thing. But hey, I gotta say, like, maybe I should. I was going to get a Friends set for the same price, which is more complicated, and I got this one, but I didn't see it was a 4+ one, and I'm like, you know, I've said, maybe I've said before that I should just stop with the 4+ things, because they don't take long enough, and but you do get cool things, and they don't have stickers, which is always nice. But there aren't any printed pieces on this either. And you get this piece. Like this piece is, I've never had this one before, I don't think. So it's an interesting roof piece. It's not going to show up on the camera that that's even remotely interesting, but it's different. It's a different piece, and then it just goes over the top, like that. So again, like, why could that not have 4 studs on it? Why are they really trying to save Lego plastic here? Because it just pops off anyhow. It sticks just as well. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it does make sense. They are trying to save, but it seems like that's penny pinching, isn't it? Who knows? Who knows? Turning the page. Did I actually do? I can't remember if I did. No, I did. It's the roof. That was obviously the thing I did. And now we get this piece, which is also not that common. It's like a double one of those. And it's kind of an interesting little pattern, because that bit goes up. You can't see it. There's a little thing. There's like a hole on that one, and then there's like a valley on this one. But the valley goes the opposite direction, kind of, on the other side. So it looks like it should be completely symmetrical, but it's not. So that's intriguing for some reason. I don't think it makes any difference, does it? We'll have to check on the side of the the whoosy what's it, and I'm going to cough. And I'm going to cough for a legit reason, that I am sick and have a cold. It's not like I'm just coughing randomly, like I sound like I've got some sort of lung problem, which I don't, hopefully at the moment, have one, other than having a cold. So yeah, I just thought I'd say it. It's being said. So looking at this, there's no asymmetry, there's no non-symmetry in this. So it's pretty rigid though. Are they normally that rigid? That's a fair bit of work. Still not airtight. Look at that gap. It's huge in real life. This is going to flood in no time. So now we have to make the arm. And I thought when I looked at the front of the box, it's like, how does this person even control this thing? Maybe they're just using their arms and it's like a sensor, but the arms don't match their arms, because this one's not high up in the air, so he's not controlling it with their arms. So I don't know. I'm like overly critical of this yet. When even though I keep looking at it, I keep meaning to buy this one for a long time. It's been on my list of just get the set because it's got a shark in it, which maybe not the best way to look at things, but not the worst way to look at things. Or is it? So that can go there. Coughing again. Not into my elbow. I'm surprised people still do that. Like, I mean, I guess if you don't live in New Zealand, then you're like, of course people still do that. We're in the midst of a pandemic, but nobody seems to really. We don't feel like we're in a pandemic. Like, I have a cold right now, and nobody seems to really care anymore. Like last year, if I'd gone out and coughed, everyone would have looked at me like I was like completely diseased. But Now, what have I done this wrong? How did I get this wrong? Okay, it goes like that. Isn't this exactly the same? Like, how is this different from the last one? Oh, man. Wait a second. That's exactly the same thing. Just backwards. That's amazing. That is so cool. Like, you wouldn't get that in anything that's not a 4+ one, right? So, this just produces exact. Look, I'm going to prove it. I'm just going to do the rule. I'm going to do the instructions for this one, and I'm going to get exactly the same thing. Of course, I'm going to get the same thing. How can that even be a surprise? This is exactly the same arm. Look, it's the same arm. It's this. Is it the same arm? It's not the same arm. No, it's not the same arm. You said it is the same arm. How can? Oh gosh. Oh, I am really coughing today. Now I'm making it worse. Now I made like a funny remark about coughing, and now it's just turned into this guy is coughing on his channel. Like, why would you watch this? Well, tough luck. And that's that. And then we've got these little crystal things, jewels, that can go back in the box, which they can't open. But they're going to have one in there. I'm probably going to mess up which colour it is on the right. It's the blue one on the front. Oh no, I've got it the wrong way around. They're holding the blue one there, but now they're holding the white one. And not only that, I put it in the wrong hand. What a calamity. They're not even in it. No wonder. It doesn't really matter. They can't do anything. This thing is entirely autonomous. But all up, that's quite fun for a 4-year-old. Like, if I actually had this if I was a kid, I think it was pretty neat. If I don't keep coughing all the time. If I was a 4-year-old that was coughing all the time, I'd probably be a bit meh. I'd still be thinking there going, how does he control this thing? Move the hat? Who knows? But since I'm going to cough too much, and there's only a limit to how many times you can cough on a video before it becomes completely unprofessional, then I'm just going to stop now. So, and they're going to have a little flower. When I got these guys recently from the op shop, they came with a whole bunch of these things, and the other bits, and the little thing, but not the actual bits you have to hold them in. So I thought, what the heck, I'll get these. But they're very unexciting Ninjago characters, because they're all like the bad guys, which I don't understand because I don't pay any attention to Ninjago stuff. But still, it was pretty cheap, given that I didn't pay much for them at all, like a couple of dollars. Who would not spend a couple of dollars just to get 3 Lego Maker, 4 I can count, this is why I'm so sick, 4 minifigures. None of them have a cool baseball cap though, and none of them are hammerhead sharks. So, I'm a hammerhead shark. But alpacas, they'd be pretty cool too. Alpacas of the sea, that's what sharks are. So thanks for watching, and bye.